Umbrella Academy Season 4. Man, what a ride. And it was shit. Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel, All Nerd Everything, where I discuss everything film, TV show related, comic books, video games, all that other stuff. I'm a little late to this. I should have posted this as soon as it came out, but better late than never. Now, Umbrella Academy has been one of my favorite TV shows for a while, and I really dislike streaming streaming services production weight when it comes to their TV shows, because when it comes to, you know, Umbrella Academy, Stranger Things, and other shows on Netflix or HBO Max or whatever the streaming service is, the fact that we had to wait so long for the next season is just really annoying. And cutting the episodes for this season from I can't remember what the episode count was for the previous seasons, but 6 episodes for the final season of Umbrella Academy. Yeah, I was not feeling that. Everything for this season felt completely rushed. Now, don't get me wrong, the first 2 episodes of this season started off great, but everything after that went completely downhill. I don't even remember what the villains' name were in this season, but God, everything else was just absolutely abysmal. They dropped the ball with everyone's character. The only person that you know, actually felt like they contributed to, you know, to the mission that was going on was Victor. Victor, it pretty much this entire final season of Umbrella Academy, I call it the Victor Show, because this entire season was pretty much about Victor, and it felt like Victor was the only character in in the show that actually got closure towards the end of the season. Now we do in the beginning of in the season we do see what the characters are up to after losing their powers in the season 3 finale, and it started off really well. However, they after the Umbrella Academy is nearly killed to death in the second episode, and after Ben returns the powers to them after spiking their after spiking their shots, and it gets everyone sick, and they get their powers back because Ben spikes their, tequila shots, or whatever the hell they were drinking. I can't remember. They were eating at a restaurant, but I mean, everything after the second episode is when the gang splits up. Klaus snaps on Allison because he thinks that she needs him, and it's just a bunch of stuff that felt unanswered, like Allison's breakup with her husband. Like, we never really saw that. We just talked about it, and we never really got closure with her and Luther after what she did to Luther the previous season. And that was the previous season. They did Allison so dirty, and I'm still upset about that. And them making Ben still making Ben a complete asshole, I'm not surprised by that. they gave him no character growth at all. It feels like he's the villain of this entire season, and you would think that he would, after not getting invited to Luther's bachelor party in the previous season and not getting invited to the wedding, that he'd be a little nicer, but he absolutely isn't, and is very stubborn, and which causes the terrible finale that we got, which I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, but the finale was very disappointing, and what they did with Five's character, the whole love triangle between Diego, Five, and Lila, was just, it came out of nowhere. It felt forced. Nobody asked for it at all. I would have completely changed that and just get rid of that. It felt like they were just throwing stuff at the wall to see if it would stick. It felt like they got completely different writers for this season. I think that we needed more time to flesh things out, and it didn't feel like any of the characters were themselves in this season, just based on how the season was written. The only characters that actually felt, like themselves were Victor and uh, well, that's pretty much Victor and Ben. But I mean, God, this season was such a letdown. They could have done more. They could have expanded the episodes from 6 to 8 or 10. But maybe it was the writer's strike that came last year, or I don't know what it was, but they could have done way more than what we got. This final season was such a disappointment. So, on that note, I am giving Umbrella Academy, sorry, an F. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of the final season of Umbrella Academy. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.